Good evening. My name is Yesenia Carmona, and I am here today to inform you about cybercrime. My area of research consisted of looking into the effect pedophiles have on our children and how easy it is for them to gain access to their personal accounts and message them on social networking sites. My group will then discuss hacking along with cyberbullying. So let's begin. How easy is it for our children to accept a stranger's friend request on any social networking site? Well, it is fairly easy because anyone can be whomever they'd like. With mutual friends, common interests, and nearby locations, it makes it very easy for predators to gain this trust of a child and later message them, gaining even more trust and letting our children share more information with them. They tend to target victims who are emotionally or physically unstable and need this extra support in their lives. This makes them very, very easy targets. Did you know that 8% of our children in America have been physically threatened? Another 8% have been stalked. 7% of our children have been harassed for a sustained period of time. 6% have been sexually harassed. And 75% of these children will not notify their parents that this is happening. It is scary to think that our children face the danger of predators on the internet every time they open their laptops, their tablets, and their cellular devices. In 2008, an application was created to help with the exploitation of children. Lauder, a man volunteering at the Orange County Sheriff's Department and helping one of his detective friends, discovered a case which involved an 11-year-old girl being approached by a 29-year-old man who was convicted of exploiting a minor. Lauder couldn't sit still and not do anything, so he decided to take forth and make a difference that would help all of us and impact all of us. He created an application called Radar. Radar helped minimize the amount of crime, handling close to 750 cases in the United States alone. These cases were solved while using this application. Blackmail is another factor that comes with this harassment our youth faces online. Carol Todd, a minor that was contacted by a predator and had this minor send him pictures with her clothes off on camera, blackmailed her, threatening to send these images to her classmates if she did not continue sending him more. Todd committed suicide in 2012 after no longer being able to take the harassment, the hurtful things her classmates said, and the humiliation, especially from her peers and those around her. A 12-year-old girl, who we will identify as Jane Doe, left her home one day, and her parents, thinking she had gone to school, worried when she never came back. Her parents notified the police department and her school. They were alarmed when her school informed the parents and made them aware that Jane Doe had never arrived for school that day. The fear really kicked in. Jane Doe had been in contact with several men through the last couple of months, through Xbox Live Chat and Kick, making these men aware of where she resided. After sharing this information, Jane Doe was abducted. Sites like Kick have regulations, but no way of really identifying the age of this person using their site. They say that you must be 17 years of age, but they have no way of controlling whether you're 17 and using this site or not. So the best way to help and handle and prevent children from facing these dangers online is by monitoring our children very closely and what they do on the internet. This could be done by blocking, filtering, and monitoring our child's or children's online activity. This could happen to anyone. This could happen to your sister, your brother, your daughter, your son, or even a friend. The internet, as helpful as it may be, can also result to be one of the scariest places to be at as well. Keep our children safe. Thank you so much.
What do you think when you hear the word hacker? Do you imagine a nerdy guy with glasses and intensely typing on his computer? Well, a hacker is defined as a person who tries to get access to a computer system in order to get information and cause damage. Most people think a hacker can only hack into a computer and nothing else, but really, hackers can also hack into your cell phones and read your messages and even listen in to your phone calls. There have also been cases where a hacker has even hacked into corporations and even governments. For example, the hacking of NASA by Gary McKinnon, who was just trying to get information about UFOs. In hacking, there are three types of hackers: white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and gray hat hackers. White hat hackers use their skill and knowledge to help find security flaws in systems. Black hat hackers hack for their own personal finance gain. One famous hacker, Albert Gonzalez. Albert Gonzalez got over 170 million credit cards and ATM card numbers and sold them online for a profit. And finally, gray hat hackers do both kind of hackings for good purposes and bad purposes. Government and big companies hire white hat hackers so they can find the flaws in their security. ATM manufacturers use Barnaby Jack and his findings to repair their security systems on ATMs after Barnaby hacked a pair of ATMs so they would spit out cash. By being aware, we can make a change. So do your research before you believe you have a secure system.
Did you know there are more than 3.2 million students that are bullied each year? There is more than one type of bullying. For example, there's physical, verbal, and cyberbullying. Throughout the years, technology has advanced to have social media access in a touch of a button. Why is this important, you say? This advancement has caused for something bad in our society. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when someone says or writes something hurtful about you online for the whole world to see. 1 in 4 students have been cyberbullied throughout their life, and it has happened to them more than once. I want to tell you Megan's story. Megan was 13 years old when she started getting cyberbullied. Megan, when she was younger, she struggled with being overweight and had ADD. But as she started 8th grade, she met a boy through MySpace. She had feelings for the boy and developed a relationship with him. But then, he started to spread rumors about her. She would look in MySpace, and many people would say mean things about her. Her mother tried helping her by not letting her use social media. Megan could not handle the embarrassment or what others were saying about her, and she hanged herself. In the end, the boy she met was not real but a fake profile. Megan was a victim of cyberbullying. Victims of cyberbullying are more likely to commit suicide. There needs to be more action taken place when someone is being bullied. There are 70% of students who witness cyberbullying, and there's only 20% that take action to stop it. Females are more likely to be cyberbullied than males. It isn't fair how some of these kids have to deal with this. Yesenia mentioned about perpetrators online, and in my example, it's when the fake profile was created to get to Megan. Felix talked about hacking and explained the different types of it. Just like bullying, there are many types. These crimes hurt people. Cybercrimes are big issues. We need to take action and stop these crimes by speaking up and informing authorities. Thank you.